In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business. And we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women, make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing this amazing morning? Okay, so I am so sorry that I was running late this morning. I just got a call from my son before I got on here. He had gashed his head, and so he was on his way to the hospital, and I just wanted to talk to him because he was driving himself. Talk to him to make sure that he got there and everything was fine. You know what I'm saying? Because he drove, and I was like, "You driving?" And I'm like, "Are you dizzy? How you feeling?" And so I stayed on the phone with him. So you guys, I do apologize about being late. Hopefully my son is accident prone. And so he is like his mama. He is accident prone, but he sounds like he's okay. And so he's going to keep me posted. So that is why we had a delay this morning. This morning we are on day four of our goals, the 30-day challenge. Now, if you are not, I set up the Facebook group. I started posting everything in there. Now, remember, I want to keep you guys in the Facebook group because in the Facebook group, we can stay more organized as opposed to being in the DMs. Because right now, we were in the Instagram DMs and everybody is posting, but I want everything to be categorized. So if you're looking for something, if you're looking for day one, if you're looking for a certain post, or you're looking for whatever, you'll be able to find it. You'll also be able to you'll still be able to comment on the DMs, but you'll be able to have everything in order in the Facebook group. So if you have not yet but if you have not yet joined the Facebook group, let me know and I will add you to the group. If you are part of the 30-day challenge, like I said, we are on day 4. Day 4 has been posted. It's about turning your obstacles into opportunities, and we're going to talk about that today. I'm also going to have a special guest on the show this morning, and she's going to be hailing all the way from the West Coast. So she's going to come on and she's going to talk about her experience with live sales, and she's going to share that with you guys. What else do I want to say? Okay, so I said I wasn't going to address this, but I'm going to see who's in the chat, and then we're going to come back. I said I wasn't going to address this, but I think I may do a what not to do or something like that series, because I don't want anybody, because I'm getting comments because I did make a comment on, remember, I'm going to keep it anonymous. Well, not anonymous. I'm going to keep the names suppressed. And I'm going to say the cereal bowl guy, and I'm going to say believe, right? So the story is getting crazy, right? Because now I'm not understanding, and I want to make sure that none of the people that are within the sound of my voice are ignorant to this type of business. I don't want anybody to make these kinds of mistakes, because these are not even rookie mistakes. These are like, you're not even thinking mistakes. And I don't want to discredit anybody, you know what I'm saying? But there are certain things you don't know, and you just don't know them, and so you can't really do something about it. But when you have people in your corner that can help you and direct you and guide you, I think that you should kind of like have your listening ears on. And so I want to make sure that no one in this room has any excuses to be this ignorant in business, right? So with that being said, I'm going to come back to that, but I want to see who's in the building. All right, y'all. So we got Latrice of Heartbeat Candle Co. I call her cousin, but here in these YouTube streets, we call her the best moderator on what? Earth. The best moderator on earth's in the building. Good morning, cousin. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Melly Mel. Melly Mel's in the building. She said, morning, Latrice and everyone. Smash some goals today, period. I'm talking to myself. Yes, and yes, yes, and yes, because you're talking to me too, girl. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Miss Lois. Miss Lois said, good morning, my hives. Now, Miss Lois is killing the game on her TikTok. We were rocking it out with Miss Lois yesterday while she was sealing her concrete vessels. And so it's very satisfying to watch, especially when she throws on her jazz. And so, yeah, we were watching Miss Lois. I think she's going again Friday, but she's holding on to what she says she's going to be doing. So congratulations to you, Miss Lois. Let me find my applause so I can give you some, girl. Let's get it. Let's go, Miss Lois. Great job. Good morning, Big Meech. Big Meech is in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. Yes, everybody. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Please, everybody, hit the like button. And also hit the share button because we are trying to grow and expand. Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Lakeisha Keisha. Lakeisha Keisha, best coach on, best captain on earth. Best captain, yes. Good morning, Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Trina. Welcome back, girl. Good to see you. Morning, all. I'm finally not too busy this morning to make it. It's good to see you. It is good to see you. Yes, yes, yes. Please hit the like as soon as you come in. As soon as you come in. Good morning, Miss Sheila from VA. How are you doing this amazing morning? Good morning, Miss Chris Marie. Chris Marie's got her live sale on the 20th, you guys. So make sure that you put that in your calendar to support. If you see the flyer, please share it. If you see her flyer, please share it. Please and thank you. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope all is well. Yes, please, thank you. I appreciate you. OMG, hope he's okay. Yes, my son, he called me. He's like, Mom, I bust my, he's dramatic too, because I used to be dramatic, but he's dramatic. So he's like, Mom, I bust my head wide open. I was like, well, what did you do? I fell out of the bed. How did you fall out of the bed and bust your head wide open? I didn't think it was anything, Mom. I'm like, okay. So we were getting that, but I think he's gonna be fine. He said he may need a few stitches, but I'm gonna call him as soon as we get off of here and see what's popping. Good morning, Martini. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Don't apologize for being a mom. Praying he heals whole. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Sorry I didn't get a chance to tell him to hold on. Got pulled into a meeting. Got it. Hope he's doing okay. I will keep you all posted, y'all. I will keep you posted. Good morning, Charlene. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? Wishing your son a speedy recovery. Thank you so much. Oh no, praying for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think I'm in a Facebook group. Let me get you there. I put the link in the Instagram. Praiseworthy candles. Okay. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Look who's in the building. Miss Linda's in the building. Let's get it. Let's go. Good morning, everyone. I am blessed and sitting in my miracles today. Come on, sitting in your miracles. Yes, she did. She did a really good job last night, Jamie. Miss Lois was in there killing it. Still in the meeting. Got you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you all coming and engaging. Yes, yes, and yes. This way, listen, I know we may not be your target audience, but being in the room and supporting and helping you to get comfortable and helping you to engage and have conversation, to me, I think that is one of the best things that somebody can do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're sitting in the room and you're waiting and you're feeling uncomfortable, then that will just help you to say, well, I'm uncomfortable going live and I don't like it. People don't talk to me. People don't engage. But if your community comes in and we show up and show out and start talking to you and start asking questions about your vessels and start, just engaging with you, it's going to give you a little, more of a sense of comfort. And it's like, oh, I could relax. I could, put my guard down. It's not going to be so hard. So then when people do start coming in, you're able to just flow. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why I say, whenever one of us is going live, go in and support, ask questions, do the things, because again, it's going to make them feel more comfortable so that when, it doesn't necessarily always have to be like that. I'm not in everybody's live, but when I can catch your live, I am going to be in your live so that I can engage with you so you can feel comfortable. So yes, make sure that you do that, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm in. Okay, got you. Good morning to y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? Let me see. I've been listening to Eat That Frog. It is so helpful. Yes, indeed, it is. Yes, indeed, it is. Miss Lloyd says yes, and I'm truly grateful. Trina said, I forgot about Eat That Frog. Thanks for the reminder. Gotta listen to it. Let me tell y'all, great book, y'all. Great book. Next book is No Excuse. Well, not the next book, because I gave 3 books before that, but I'm listening to No Excuses. I'm listening to No Excuses today. Well, I was listening to it yesterday, but I'm finished up today. Miss Lois does not stress at all. No, she does not. Miss Lois is so easygoing. She's like, oh, there's a little extra wax on my jar. No worries. Just gonna clean it up. Put too much wax in here. No worries. I'm just gonna pour it back in my pot. Oh, I just did this. Oh, wrong thing. No worries. I'm just gonna rinse this out. I'm like, Miss Lewis, you are so easygoing, and she just makes you feel at ease when she's going through it. Like, she doesn't get flustered. She just goes. She works through it, and she does an amazing job. So good job, Miss Lois. Kudos to you. Miss Lois. Yes, Michi. Why don't you remind me? Big Mish usually is on the reminder. She usually is. So yes. Okay. So I have a lot of things that I want to talk about before, because I know Candace said she was coming in at 9:30. So hopefully she still is. If not, I will continue on, but I'll stop in between. First things first, this is what I want to say to everybody in this room. If you're watching the replay, if you are, somebody sent you this video, first things first, if you are deciding that you want to become an entrepreneur, if you are deciding that you want to become an entrepreneur, make sure you get yourself a business bank account. Get yourself a business bank account. There's some places you can do it online. You can go to your local bank. You could go to the bank you already have. You don't have to go research and find a whole new bank. Just find you a place to park you a business bank account where your money from your business is going to go into. Okay? Okay. How many of you guys have business bank accounts? Now, I can say when I started, I did not have a business bank account. I did everything through via PayPal, and then I also connected my account. Oh, Candace is here. Okay, so I also connected my account as well. It wasn't until I started establishing my business credit that I seen the importance of having a business bank account. Make sure you have a business bank account. And again, I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about it. And I may even do a series about what I'm seeing from the cereal bowl guy and believe, because what I'm hearing, I have so many mixed emotions about this thing. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like he's trying to say that, and people are coming at me in the comments, which made me think about why I want to do a series on it, because I want to make sure that I inform everybody who's within the sound of my voice to get everything that they need to get in order for them to run and operate their business. I do not want you out here saying, oh, but I didn't know. I just gave my bank account to a stranger. Listen, like, this whole story is got me on edge. But let me tell y'all, make sure you get your business bank account. You establish your LLC, your business bank account, and your EIN. Do those 3 at the same time. Okay? You might have to just do the incorporation and the EIN first, then get the business account, which you really do, because you need that, and it has to match exactly, and the addresses and everything all's got to match. And you may want to you want to get your virtual address. That's the next thing. But do not ever let somebody else operate your business bank account. Know what's coming in, know what's going out, and make sure that his name wasn't even on the bank account. Where do they do that at? You operate the business. I know I'm a little bit passionate about this, right? You operate this business and your name is not on the bank account. Where on earth are they doing that? Where on earth are they doing that? And what game did he sell you that you thought that was a great idea? I don't know. Listen, like I said, we are going to have another talk about this. Candace is on right now, and I'm going to bring her up, and let me get back into my Zen mode, because that really like pissed me off, because insane, insane. But we're going to talk about that later. We are going to talk about it later. But you guys, I'm super excited to have Miss Candace on here. She is careful. Was it Careful Heart Co? That's the name of her company. She has a shop out in California, and she went live and she did a live sale. I was in there, but I wasn't able to participate because we had a cohort meeting, and so I wasn't really able to get the whole full experience. But everything looked amazing, and I from what I've seen, thought she did a wonderful job. So I'm going to bring her up right now, and so she is going to talk about herself, y'all. Hey, Kansas.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning?
It's early, but I'm okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, that's 6:30 your time, right?
Yes, but I'm happy to be here, and I wouldn't get up this early for anybody else but you. So I'm happy to be
Hey,
here.
let's get it. All right. So tell us a
So,
little bit about your company and who you are. So the people who don't know you, they get to know you.
absolutely. So my name is Candace. My company is Careful Heart Company. We are a self-care and wellness brand located in Sacramento, California. And I created Careful Heart Company because one, I am a mental health professional. I'm a marriage and family therapist. And I wanted to teach my clients about practical and intentional self-care routines. My audience is minority women, and I was serving minority women in a therapeutic aspect, and they were coming in bonnets, coming in with their hair not done. And I can't expect them to hold them accountable to do the intentional building coping skills in a therapy focus and modality if they can't take the intentional time to simply have a hygiene routine. Yes, I'm rushing to get my kids to school, but I gave myself 15 times this morning, 15 minutes that was about me. So I wanted to create products that allowed them to have an experience that was tied to intention, that was tied to a holistic approach of really being able to focus on themselves. Good morning, everyone. And that was really important to me because I knew, how can I have someone sitting in this seat focusing on the tough work if they can't take 15 minutes for themselves?
Right.
That's how Careful Heart Company came about. I wanted to create items that were practical, but also offered an experience to let the everyday woman know, the working woman, the mom, the wife, the one trying to balance everything, feeling like she doesn't have time, that she had time and she had to maximize that time.
That's
So
right. That's
that's
right.
how my company came about. I influence self-care, wellness, and mental health into everything that I do. So you look at my captions, you look at the quotes that I use, you look at how I talk, you look at the wording, the messaging. It is all tied to the holistic approach of self-care and wellness that we all deserve self-care and wellness, but we have to hold ourselves to be accountable for the intentional practices that we should practice.
Yes. And I absolutely love that, because as women, we don't think that we have the time to do that, because we're trying to do all the things and be
Yep.
all of the different things for everybody. And we usually are like, okay, I'm going to just throw myself together. So I
Yep.
love that.
Yes. And how do I know that this was needed? Because I was one who didn't have balance. I was one
Right.
who was going to school, who was working, who was trying to be the mom, aunt, and everything. I'm not a
Hmm.
mom, but I'm an aunt to three. And so I needed to refocus on myself for health reasons. So I tried
Yeah.
to create a brand that preaches that and offers that not only in our products, but in our experiences as well.
Ooh, you better deliver the message. You
So,
better deliver the message. Yes. And so that should be a wake up call for all of us as women in this room, period, is that you got to take the time to do something for you. And I know a lot of us focus on self-care and wellness and things like that, but you took it to another level, because now you also offer classes as well, right?
yes. So, in addition to our products, we offer experiences. So, our luxury self care experiences are an opportunity, one, for people to come in and build community, whether that is with new people who are also in the studio that you have never met, or with your sisters, friends, whoever you choose, and to collaborate. The discussions that I have seen evolve just by women coming into the studio and engaging in sensory, we don't realize how fragrance and literally touching things takes us from a place of, I came in here drained and now I'm smelling orchid and I'm smelling lily and I'm no longer thinking about my problems at home. I know they're still there, but right now I'm prioritizing me. So I really built a process within our experiences that literally take you on the sensory. You are smelling things, you are tasting things because we offer light bites. You're touching and you're getting educated at the same time while making your own product.
I like that. I love that. And also, I want to say, while you are here, and I don't want to forget it, you and Chris Marie of Simply Chris Marie, right? Is it Simply Chris Marie? Yes. Are going to do an experience, because it's not a class, it's an experience. You're going to do an experience together. Talk a little bit more about that.
Okay, so Simply Chris Marie and I know each other from other groups here in California, and we joined together. We've been talking about it for a while, but this is an opportunity, one, for her to bring in her home fragrance and candle making, and me to bring in body care and to offer people an aromatherapy wellness experience. So what they will learn is not only the importance of home fragrance in your life and body care in your life, but how there is an approach to aromatherapy that does enhance and influence your wellness. So we are going to be talking about essential oils. We are going to give them education on aromatherapy with specific blends that tie to feeling energized, tied to relaxation and releasing. So we have created an experience that from beginning to end will immerse you in aromatherapy and wellness.
Ooh.
And that is October 12th at Sacramento, California. You can find all of that information in both of our bios. I will also be sure to share it before we leave today. With the link.
Please. Yes. Because if you are in the area, please go on out there and support, because we all need to support each other. We all need each other, and we all need an outlet. We all need that place where we can release, because if we're always the problem solvers and the solutions for everybody, who's going to be that for us? And so I think this is great, Candace. I love what you're doing, and I also love the collaboration aspect of it, and how you guys are bringing two worlds into one. So amazing.
Yes.
All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty, girl. So let's talk about this live sale you did. So you did a live sale, and tell us why you did the live sale. And I want to know all of the things, but tell us why you did the live sale. What were you hoping to do with that?
So one, I have been sitting on the live sale for over 4 months, questioning myself, not pulling the plug, not executing, panicking and not pivoting. That was one. To hold myself accountable here. Nikki, stop. To hold myself accountable here. That is what was happening. I watched these people scoop candy and chips multiple hours on TikTok. It's enticing. You
get addicted, right?
Yes. Nikki, I came on. I don't always get to make the morning, but I came on and Nikki said, you guys are not executing. You guys are sitting on ideas and you're not executing. Then I didn't come to a live for a while because I was like, oh, she's talking about my business. Then I came on Instagram and she was live doing her live scoop. I took that as a message for me to get out of my own way. So all the ideas that I had months and months saved in my phone, I gave myself a date and I said, we're pulling the plug. And in my mind, I went into the live sale because I have to be practical. I don't have the audience that some of the bigger brands have. So I had to be practical with what I was going in. And yes, it was a live sale, but what I was going in to sell was myself, my brand, and why we are here. I did tie specific things. Some of them were a dollar amount, but some of them were practical things. I knew I wanted to offer someone an experience that they would leave talking about me. If they weren't going to leave talking about me, they were going to forward it to somebody else to say she's crazy. That's what I wanted. And so I set those goals for myself. I was very, very nervous. There was a lot of things that came in the way that morning that tried to stop me, but we followed through. So I set those goals, and something that you preached to me was, if there's something that hasn't been moving the way you want it to move, put it out there. Put it out there at a discounted price and see what happens. It's just sitting there anyway. I tried to do that. So I had a series of items that I have released, and in my opinion, I didn't market them to promote the release in the right way. So they were sitting longer than I would have liked them to. So that is what I decided to maximize for this for this sale. I bundled them together. And I added an And I added an enticing element that I knew people wouldn't forget, which is my experiences. Mm-hmm. If you ever meet me at a vendor event, if I ever get you into my studio, the one thing I know is I got you. So I brought that to life. I made sure my background and my display is the way it is at my vendor events, and I did me. I gave them Candace from how I just let my hair down, honestly. I wasn't worried about brand awareness. I wasn't worried about what other people were going to say. I came to the live sale with the idea that I was telling people why Careful Heart was here and why we were here to stay and why they should join. That's literally. If I didn't get a sale, I knew I was leaving a video on my platform where people were going to know who I was and who my company was.
Period. Yep. I absolutely love that. And like I said, I didn't get to catch all of it because I was in a meeting, but I was in there. I was in pockets. Like my account was there, but I couldn't listen the whole time. But I seen you moving. I seen you, scooping up the scrubs and stuff like that. And so I noticed, like you said, you have products that you didn't do a great job with promoting, right? And so it doesn't give your customers an opportunity to experience it because they don't really know about it. And so I realized the same when I was doing the live sale is that you have the opportunity to put those things in. You aren't selling them anyway. So no matter what you sell it at, is going to be a profit, right? And so you also know that I'm now giving you the chance to try it so you could talk about it and you could tell people about it. And so from this experience, what are people saying they walked away with when they was during your live sale?
First, they said I've never had an experience like this. Like I actually felt like I was with a group of girls because the chat was on fire. My Instagram live chat has never been that lit in my entire existence. So it was literally like what I get to offer in studio. The women are laughing. There may not have been mimosas passed around, but that's how it genuinely felt. So that was one thing that they said. It was a really fun experience. Like I actually felt like I was there. And some people who were in the live have had an experience. I also got a lot of good responses about how interactive it felt, that I was actually saying people's names. I was saying, okay, where you at? What color do you want? It felt really interactive. And also one thing that before I prepped and planned that not only did I want the experience to be enticing, but I wanted them to have an experience and before they could blink their eye, their package was there. So what I did was a lot of prep beforehand, and their orders were actually shipped within 24 hours. So yes, I had this experience, but within those, let's say 3 to 5 business days or less, my package was here and it smelled just as good as the live. Because I was very intentional with what I was offering. So I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. I've gotten a lot of people asking, when is the next one?
This is awesome. So is there anything like, what are the great things that you've learned about yourself in this live sale? Because I know you noticed like you deliver always. You know what I'm saying? Like I always feel like you are going to deliver no matter what. But doing this, it gives you a little something different because when I was experiencing it myself, I was learning different things about myself. I was learning different ways to move things, and it gave me, started the wheels turning for more ideas moving forward. So tell me about that.
One thing that it gave me is it told me to get out of my head. What I think I can resonate with all of us here, we are sitting on so many ideas. We are sitting on excellence. And the only reason that the world hasn't seen it is because we're questioning ourselves. And the live made me realize that if I'm going to do anything, and I had to tell myself this, is going to be trial and error. That's the only reason I'll know if they don't like it or if they're going to love it. And most of the things that we're questioning, you guys, they love it. They actually love it.
Because it's you're too close to it to have an objective opinion about something, or you know what I'm saying? And so you're so emotionally attached to it that you can't separate that. And nobody else has that, that connection. So when you put it out there, they're like, oh, this is great. Why didn't you put this out before? Or why didn't you tell me about this? And you're like, wow, really? Because I sat there holding it back for years because I didn't think anybody wanted it.
Yes. And to hint at what you're saying, after the experience, someone got the product and was like, why have you been sitting on this? Where has this been? This is a product that my mom and my brother told me months ago what are you doing? Like, what's happening? But again, it was my baby. I had this price point. I had to sell it. If I didn't sell it at this price point, it wasn't a quality product. That's what we tell ourselves. Not anymore. It's sold, and since then I've continued to have sales on that product.
Good. And so now, knowing that you were sitting on ideas and sitting on, certain types of products, how would you now promote them moving forward?
So one, I am calendaring everything. If there's something I want to release, I give myself 8 days to pull the plug. That's it. There's no, once you got your formula, it's quality. You have everything that you need, and it's to the standard. There's no months and months. I give myself the 8 calendar days once I've done my trial and all of my period, and I give myself 8 days to promote, tell people about a release date, to build the buzz, and also to make sure that I am presenting it in a quality level. My descriptions weren't up to par. I wasn't telling them what they can smell. They're coming to my website. Yeah, my pictures are pretty, but was I telling them what the experience was going to be like in my fragrances and in my description? So I've taken accountability on that and updated all of that for all of my products. But that is something that I am doing as well, giving myself a window of time to tell people why it's amazing and then putting it out there.
Now, as far as your descriptions are concerned, like, just, sometimes I just have things that just come to me while we're having conversation. And so one thing that's coming to me is that all of your products should, and I gotta look, because I do know what the beginning of your website looked like. And I did go into where the bundles were, and I missed my bundles. But going into that, I think you should have like the experience. Like, every product should be like, this is the experience. And when you come into the shop, this is da 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 da. Because you want to make sure that everything can piggyback off of each other, especially if they have friends that they may not be in Sacramento, but they may have friends that are in the area or maybe visiting, and they can come by and have that experience. Because like you said, doing a live sale, they were able to experience that energy through you on a live sale, actually not being in the shop, but they felt like they were. And so I think, in the product descriptions, it should kind of give that element as well, because you want people to come in. You got to keep the doors open.
Yes.
You got to keep the doors open.
And so what I have tried to make sure that I'm intentional about now is, I don't want you to just look at my picture. I want you to look at what the description says. I want you to make sure that it tells you the experience that you're going to have, but also the fragrance note. What is this going to smell like? What is this going to feel like? And now I feel like my descriptions are to that point. Even if I'm talking about a bundle, I'm telling you how this bundle is going to change your life, how it's going to enhance your daily routine and make it an intentional practice. And that's the piece that I have to be accountable for, because the website is mine. I'm presenting that to other people. So I have to make sure that I'm presenting it in an appropriate way. By the way, my website is by Jazz, just saying.
Okay. Jazz, y'all know her as Jazz. Man, Alyssa, y'all, Jazz did it. So people want to know when's the next one. And Yazzie Faye wants to know what product it was.
It was my Self-Care Sundays exfoliating body polish. That was something that I sat on for so long.
And let me tell you something. That idea in itself, I was like, I absolutely love the Sundays. I was like, brilliant. I thought it was brilliant.
Yes. And it really came about because, again, sometimes we get stuck not being able to be creative because we have our specific collection. So Self-Care Sundays was a way for me to use my creativity. I knew people loved it because I was making custom baskets and specific custom items for other people, but I never pulled the plug on releasing it to everybody else. So that's what this allowed me to. Thank you. The website is carefulheartco.com, and I will post that in the chat as well.
Okay.
And I've seen a question, I think it passed by. Yes. So Simply Chris Marie is talking about the Nourish soap, which is my oatmeal, milk, and honey soap that I formulated for those of us who need a self-care routine, but also may have some skin challenges that we really need to make sure we focus on.
All right. So everybody go ahead.
Someone said, when is the next one? It is going to be on September 22nd. All of my things will be on Sundays because I'm promoting self-care Sundays.
Self-care Sundays.
Yes.
Come on, intention. Come on, intention. Okay, so the website's in the chat, y'all. The website's in the chat. So what would you like to, what kind of advice would you give somebody who's sitting on the fence about getting the courage to do a live sale?
One, get out of your head and do it, because the live sale will give you even more courage than you can understand. Like I can't put it into words. Like the experience itself, it encourages you to, one, I felt like it put me back in the early phases when I first started making products and wanting to put it out there. That's where I feel like my motivation and encouragement went, because now I'm looking at new ideas. What can I do differently? How can I position this? Should my camera be here next time? Just thinking about all the different things that enhance the experience. And remembering, nobody can sell your product like you can sell your product. So if you go to the live with a set of goals, but be smart with your goals. If you are still working on building your social media practices, for that live sale, yes, we want to make money, but think about money not just in that setting, but how it's going to carry you. And I had to switch my mind about that. So when you guys heard me say panicking and not pivoting, now I'm pivoting, because I'm thinking about it in that experience. What if I don't get a sale simply while I'm sitting here? But what if my video is shared with so many people that then in exchange for that, they go to my website or they follow me somewhere else, and later down the line that turns into a sale? So I've tried to shift my thinking, and I attach obtainable goals, also SMART goals is what I call them. And so now it's, okay, what do I want to offer this experience? The one thing that I wanted my experience to also do was create an opportunity for me to download content that I can then share on all these platforms. So I took my live, I broke it down, I shared it on Facebook, I shared it on Instagram, I shared it on YouTube, and I shared it on TikTok. My content got views on all those platforms. It was the exact same content. I didn't stress myself up about showing up 4 different times. I used that same content and I put it on 4 different platforms.
That's right. That's right. And so how do you, financially, I'm not looking for a number, but do you think that it was worth it for you to do it? Because I don't like to give numbers either, but sometimes you got to for context, but just let me know if it was worth doing the live sale.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you guys why. Because I have been trying to promote my studio, I have not done a good job on pushing my products in exchange. Because again, I'm one person. I also have a full-time career, and I knew I couldn't put everything. So this allowed me to promote my products in a way that sales hadn't been that way for a minute. For products, experience is different. But so I definitely think it's worth it. And the one thing that I want us to all know here is we're all growing. And I think we put in our mind that we have to show up like a Bath and Body Works. So how do I know? Because I told myself that before. We think we have this grand, like, no. We are literally an entity that is still building. We're still learning. We're still learning business practices. We're still learning marketing. Some of us are learning and applying while we're still trying to make sure we got the steps correct. That's fine. Trial and error is what is going to take your business to the next level. We don't know how long it took these other companies to get to where they are now, but yet we compare ourselves to them. We got to stop that. That's what we can hold ourselves accountable to. And the moment that you hold yourself accountable to that, you will start executing, because you're forcing yourself to get out of your own way. And so that's one right now. When I have a negative thought or something, overthinking, I tell myself to get out of my own way, and I push myself to release whatever that is.
That's right. And I absolutely love that, because even with the bigger companies, we see the bigger companies are going out of business. We see the companies where we thought they were doing so well, they are now downsizing, or they're now shifting, they're pivoting. And so they're learning as they're going as well. And so we as entrepreneurs, we don't see it like that, because we're like, well, they're already established. They've already done this. They've already done that. But they're also looking at us to see where we're going. How do we have our finger on the pulse? What are we doing? What is trends for us? Because they have to stay current and they have to stay relevant. So I love that you said that we are still going to be learning, no matter where you are in business. I don't care how seasoned you are, or how, if you're just starting out. you're always going to be learning. And like you said, everything is always going to be trial and error, because you're never going to know if something is going to work if you never test it out.
Yes. And one thing that also is teaching me to get out of my way is we don't realize it. The $1 billion companies are looking at us and taking our ideas
and stealing them and running with it.
So if I don't get out of my way to promote something that is my baby, that I've nurtured, that I know is amazing, why would anybody buy it?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not
and if
telling
you're not
anybody,
excited about it,
yes.
and you show, and that's another thing that I want to give credit to you for, is that you showed the excitement about your products. Like, you could see the passion in you talking about, and just like I said, I saw a little bit, but I seen you scooping, and you was like, well, what do you want? We got this over here, we have this over here, and you made it something that everybody felt like, oh, okay, she really knows her product. She's excited about it. I love to see that. And the thing that the bigger companies can't offer is this experience.
Yes.
They can't give you this. They're giving it to you through an influencer. They're giving it to you through someone else. But you don't get to see the owner, who formulated this recipe, put this thing together, and tell you the reasoning behind it. Yes, you have companies like Lush that say, oh, fresh ingredients, and these people made it, and that's so not intimate to me.
Yes.
I
totally agree. And the one thing is, I don't have a budget for an influencer. Let's just put that out there. But why would I go to an influencer to influence a product that I made if I'm not willing to influence it? I had to hold myself accountable to that. You expect other people to talk about your product and you're not talking about it. So now,
and how are they going to talk about it if you don't know how you want them to talk about it?
Yes. So now I'm going to get on y'all nerves, because I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you every cent that I got, how luscious it is, how amazing, how it's tied to your self-care, and you're going to know about me. Mm-hmm. And what I think I said is, they're either going to like me and send other people, or they're going to send people and say I'm annoying. Either way, send them.
Either way, a win is a win.
Yeah.
Either way, a win is a win. Yes, I absolutely love this. And I love, like I said, I love the confidence, and I love the fact that you executed, that you got off the pot and you started going and you ran with it, and everybody's excited for the next one. Yazzie Faye just said, what time is the one on the 22nd?
So it'll be 4 p.m. California time, Pacific Standard Time.
Let me see. So Trina says, I saw that when I dropped my candles to the market the other day. Sold my candles for $40 and was there for 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. You gotta get out of your head. That's the one thing that I have to say, is that you have to get out of your own head and stop waiting. Like Candace said, stop waiting for this thing to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect if you don't put it out there. The one thing that's going to hurt you is if you think that you wait until this thing is perfect and somebody give you constructive criticism, and now you taking it to heart, and now you don't want to do it because you are too attached to it. Release the emotion from that and do the thing, and do it.
Yes.
So I want to ask you, what would you do differently moving forward?
Oh, what would I do differently? I am sifting through right now being live on 2 platforms at the same time. That is something that I am questioning. I also think what I would do differently. There was also portions when I went to review the video to watch, I didn't feel like certain people can see angles in a certain way. So that was something I would do differently, because I had it set up the entire way because there was a specific thing that I wanted everybody to see. Yes. So I would make sure angles were different, because again, it's about them seeing you and being able to take away. And you guys, when we're live, we got to start wearing our merch that has our name on it. That's one thing I would do differently. I was cute and colorful, but I should have had my brand on. So no matter who shared my video, even if you didn't see my name, if somebody tried to crop it and screenshot it, you would have saw my shirt with my business name. Right. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I would do differently. I also am sifting through and kind of processing if I would leave my bundles and mystery boxes on my website longer. Like maybe giving them like a 48 hours to purchase even
Mhm.
after the live sale. I'm kind of sifting through that. And why me, I'm kind of processing it is because I really wanted them to have the live experience. Even if you can't watch the whole thing, get your order packed or do something just because I know how enticing that is. So that's something that I would do differently. But I'm also not wrecking my brain on what I can do differently because what I know I can do is show up. And that's what I'm telling
That's
myself.
right. Because that's the battle right there. Is showing up and being there, and that's it. You've already won. Even if you spoke about it and said, "I'm selling the experience. I don't have a product today," but you can go on my website and shop right now while I'm here speaking to you for 20% off or whatever. Even if you did it that way, showing up is just part of, the biggest part of the whole thing is to just show up.
Yes.
And I also think that you should, and I know this is some feedback that I got from Kay as well, is to keep the mystery bundles up. And because when you're on live, you got to, people still want to see you. If they're on their phone, they got to come out, go to the website, shop, and then come back. And so you're going to lose followers and stuff like that because that's, the way that they're shopping. So if you do give them that experience, they do get to stay online because people don't want to miss out on what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It looks energetic. It looks like you're telling me something. I don't want to miss out on something, especially if you're telling me how to use essential oils and I can lick. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go out, I'm gonna miss something. So yes, I think that is a great idea to keep them up a little while longer so that people can sit there, have the experience with you, and leisurely shop on your website. I mean, give them deadline, but leisurely
Yes.
shop on your website so they can get all the things that they want. So yeah, that's a wonderful suggestion.
And one thing that I would keep in mind is our time zones. So I'm in California, and although I do everything in California time, what if I'm not leaving the opportunity for the people in different states and in different time zones to experience me? So that's one thing that I'm trying to be more mindful of and keep in mind as well.
Okay. So we do have a question for you. So Yaz wants to know, how long was the live?
1 hour. It was 1 hour exactly.
Your next one's going to be even longer.
Yes, I'm preparing for my next one to be longer.
Yes. Your next one's going to be longer. What was mine? 4 hours? Mm-hmm. We were on for like 3-4 hours. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But it, like I said, it's well worth it, especially because when you look at the sales that you're getting in that amount of time, compared to what you're doing, it's like, oh, I could do this more often. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
And
what I would say is for the time span, when I say have an experience, you guys make your live sell about your brand. So every 10 minutes, you should be pausing to remind them who you are and what you do. Just because you it's so many different people coming in. I had the live being shared and people asking questions. And although I love my people for trying to answer them, I got to make sure that I'm repeating it as well.
Mm-hmm. And another thing is you want to give them a call to action. Yes. You want to make sure that they're following, that they're sharing, that they're signing up for your email, because you want to be able to get back in contact with these people. You want to make sure if you didn't buy this time, I want to make sure that I can contact you next time so that you can be there just in case. Maybe you didn't have it right at that particular moment, but come on back because we're about to do it again,
Yes.
So Yaz wants to know, did you sell out?
One of my mystery boxes did sell out. And when I say I was trying to keep my composure in on that live, I was like, what? Because that's the excitement that we need, you guys. And sometimes we have sat on something and challenged our thoughts so much that we've talked ourselves out of the sale before the sale even happens. So when one of the mystery boxes sold out, when I say I was excited, that's when y'all saw me look over and grab the phone like, wait, what? So, yes.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. I really love the fact that you, like I said, executed quickly, that you went in there with a plan. You knew what you wanted to get from it. And like what I said when I started, if I sell one thing or if I sell no things, at least I'm up here and I know next time it's going to be even better. Or next time I'm going to do something differently. And so I really love the fact that, like you said, you had a plan. You wanted them to know about this experience. You want them to know that we have experiences in the shop. You can come see us. And the word about the pivoting, I think is powerful. I think it's powerful. And so what would you like to leave everybody on in the chat?
I think what I would like to leave us on is we have to execute. And I know it sounds like something that's so big. Execute with whatever you have now. Literally, whatever you have now. If you have one new shirt coming out, go live, wear the shirt, talk about the shirt. Make them tired of seeing you in the shirt. Because then guess what? They know you value your product. And one thing I'll say is the live. Go ahead, sorry.
Now, I was going to say, a lot of the times we think that we're talking about something so much and people may not have even seen it the first time. Yes. And you don't want to keep talking about it because you think, okay, I'm sounding repetitive, but they may not. You got to think fresh eyes all the time.
Yes. And one thing that the live did for me was help me realize people aren't tired of seeing your product. They haven't even heard about it enough. So I literally got body polishes in my car. I carried into work. Everybody at work smelling stuff. What you think about this scent? What comes to mind when you first smell it? And whatever they say, I'm taking those tips and I'm making them a part of my captions, a part of my content. So yes.
That's right. That's right. So I want to open up the floor to you guys. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask Candace about her experience, her live sale, please put it in the chat. We do have one right here for you. Where to go? Nope, not that. Right there. How did you plan out your inventory?
Okay. So one thing was, like I told you guys, I had a release and I didn't market it in the way that I knew I should have. So I bundled those things together with what I had. I did not make additional. I bundled what I had, offered it at a discounted rate, and I planned out my inventory that way. I also did, because I was including an experience with some of the mystery boxes as well. I took items that were not the best sellers with items that were the best sellers, and I combined those in different sizes along with the experience. So not only did you get items to actually and products to try, you also had an interactive experience where I was live asking you about your self-care tools. There was journals, there was notebooks, there was gloves, there was loofahs. So there were all these elements. Yes.
I was like, oh, I'm taking that, because I do have, like, I went to the Dollar Tree and I was like, I'm gonna put these things in I didn't. They still sitting in the bag, but I was like, oh my gosh, the journal, that's great. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was amazing.
And the journal was another thing that I sat on. I journal with my clients. Literally, I have all these things that I practice about self-care and teach, and I was sitting on it like, oh, they're not gonna want that. The journal took them through the roof. They were like, wait, strength and compassion. Yes, put it in a bag. So
yes. You see that? And this was a great focus group for you, because now you know I could talk about it more, and I could say this could move. It doesn't have to be sitting here. It will move if I talk about it.
Yes.
And I thought, when I seen that, I was like, ooh, okay. I was taking notes. Yes. I was taking notes. I'm like, I couldn't see everything. I already told you I couldn't see everything, but what I did see, I said, journal? Okay, journal. Come on, gloves. You was like, I know I seen you packaging somebody's order, and you was like, and she's getting the gloves. And I was like, ooh, yes, I love that. It was beautiful, 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 beautiful execution. All right. So Big Meech says, how did you prepare for the live sale?
So I prepared. One thing I did was I sat down and I reviewed the months of all the notes that I was taking. And so I decided this is what I'm executing on. This is what I'm pulling the plug on. And I had the list of things that I was going to do. I wanted all of my mystery boxes and all of my bundles prepared for the live. Because the one thing was I wanted them present so you can see them. So when someone had ordered a bundle, you saw me grab it. You saw me adding the extra elements into it. One, I was preparing myself remember I had this goal for me that not only did I want them to experience the experience live, I wanted them to get their experience within a certain amount of time. So I prepared all the mystery boxes and all of the bundles ahead of time. I literally had everything right next to me in the live. In regards to the live experience, that week, I asked people what scents were they looking forward to for fall. I had one live on TikTok and on Instagram. I was asking them, what kind of home fragrances do you guys want? Somebody said cranberry, somebody said woods. I did a sample product of a cranberry woods room spray and had that inside the little scoopable mini products that they could choose from. So really it was about preparation and having them engaged. And so once I had the live earlier in the week and I was asking them about fragrance notes in the live, you guys heard me mention, and there may be a room spray that all of you created here today on the live from Monday. And so I kind of intertwined it that way.
I love that. People love to be engaged. People love to know that you took their ideas into consideration, especially when you make it. They're like, oh, some people, they'll ask you about something, they won't buy it. But something like this, they're like, oh, wow, she really did it. Let me go check this out. Even if they don't buy, they were there and they're going to be looking forward to the next one because they know that you took their suggestions into consideration. So
yes.
That is
Michi,
awesome.
Michi, another thing that I did was I made sure that every platform had my Instagram live link. So I created a landing page on my website that had the exact same wording and verbiage that I was promoting on Instagram on 4 different places on that webpage. If no matter where you clicked, it was bringing you to my Instagram. So even if you didn't want to come to Instagram, you were coming because if you clicked it was going to bring you there. I also made all of my stories shoppable. So I took pictures of every bundle or mystery box or graphic or just the wording, and I had the direct link. So even if you got lost in the live, if you were from a generation where technology is more difficult, all you had to do was see the photo and click it, and it was going to bring you to the website to purchase. That was another thing that took me a lot of time.
That's a good gem. That's a good gem right there. That's a good gem right there. I love that. I love that because you do have the people that say, oh, well, I don't really know how to work this and I don't know how to Cash App and I don't know how to do the Twitter and I don't know how to do the thing. And you got the people that says that, that say that, and you made it very easy for them. And I absolutely love every aspect of how you've done it. I love the way you flipped it and made it work for you. And I can't wait to the next one. I hope that I think yes, that we may be in a cohort meeting. I hope we are not, so I could actually experience the entire live sale because I would really love that as well.
Yes.
So tell everybody before we wrap it up, tell everybody how they can find you. And if you guys have any more questions while she's telling us how to tell you, y'all put your questions in the chat. But how can everybody find you?
So everyone can find me at Careful Heart Co. on all social media platforms. If you even Google Careful Heart Co., it is going to bring you to all of our websites and social medias. That is something that I've worked hard on. If you Google it, you'll find it. So Careful Heart Co. on all platforms. We are on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Again, my name is Candace. I appreciate you guys allowing me to have your morning. I know it's later where you guys are, but I still appreciate you guys allowing me to be here.
Yes. Now, one more time before you end, tell us about the event and tell us where it's located. I know Chris Marie put it in the chat, but I lost it. But Chris Marie, if you're in here still, put it in here again so I can still put it on the screen.
So the Simply Chris Marie and Careful Heart Co. Aromatherapy Wellness Experience is October 12th in Sacramento, California. It is a collaboration of home fragrance and candles and body care. You will be formulating your own candle as well as your own body scrub. You will also be receiving education on aromatherapy and essential oils to enhance your wellness routine.
And anybody who have family, anybody who have family in the Sacramento area, do you still have tickets available?
Yes, we do still have tickets available. Yes.
All right. And one more thing. Give everybody, I know I asked you about your advice and things like that, but leave them with something that is going to inspire them to light the fire under their butt and get moving. Because I know I need to speak to myself pretty harshly because it don't just happen. I can't just be like, yeah, girl, come on, get encouraged. I need some. Boom, boom, boom.
I think what I would say, and for some it's going to be harsh, but for some it's going to hit you because it's just reality. What if I told you that the only person standing in the way of your business going to where it needed to go was you? Would you move?
Say it one more time. Say it one more time for the people in the back.
What if I told you that the only person standing in the way of your business growing was you? Would you move?
You can't, you don't, and she released the excuse because you can't blame anybody else for doing things to you. If you're in your own way and you're the reason why your business is not growing. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Candace. I appreciate you for waking up super early to be with us this morning, for sharing your experience. And I wish you nothing but more success, more prosperity, and just everything that you were hoping for.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And one thing that I wanted to give you your flowers on while you were here. First, I found you back in the day in makeup days and YouTube.
Okay.
But one thing I want to say, I don't think we give you your flowers enough, that you've created a platform. And I'm going to speak to me as a minority woman. I never have come into an environment virtually where I felt so encouraged. I felt so educated. I felt like there was no dumb question, because no matter how long you've been doing this, you got some questions. You're lost on something. And I think you create this area, one where you're like our big sister and cousin. Like, you remind us, like, you got this. You were here for a reason. You were called to do this. So I just want to give you your flowers, that there is no one like you. Thank you for the community that you created for us, because I really don't think you give yourself credit for what you offer us whatsoever. So I just wanted to say this. No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. The time that I can't imagine you put into as being a mom and a family, and then you have your own business and you come and pour into us the way that you do, you don't get that nowhere else. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Candace. I appreciate you so much, girl. Okay. It must be my sensitive time or something. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and thank you so much for your kind words. I really, truly appreciate it. And sometimes I am a little harder on myself, because again, you in your own head, you want to see things a certain way, and when it doesn't look like that, you start doubting yourself. So I really, truly appreciate it. Listen, dog, I really, truly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you guys.
And everybody, make sure they telling me to cry. Listen, y'all, we not doing that. We not crying. Y'all make sure that y'all follow the experience, and I hope that you guys start doing it more virtual, so that we all could experience it with you.
Absolutely.
And I would love that as well. So I will put your flyers out. We will definitely be sharing them. And again, thank you so much. And whenever you want to come back, you are welcome.
Thank you guys. I'm headed to work now. Bye.
Okay. Ready to go. See? Motivated, and now you out the door. Have a great day at work, Candace. Thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. So that was so amazing. If this didn't encourage you and inspire you, for you to get off the pot and start moving, I don't know what else will. Like, you have to just do it. Everybody is trying to wait until something seems right, until the timing is right. You're not going to ever, there's never going to be a right time. You're never going to feel like you are in the place where you've arrived. It's never going to happen. This is always going to be an experience where you're evolving, where you're always learning, you're always growing. And so if you are on the fence about what to do, just go on ahead and do it. Just go on ahead and do it. So does anybody have any questions or anything that they want to share? I think that was such a wonderful live. I want to do more lives like this, where we get to speak to each other. And so you guys could experience, maybe it may not be something that went well. Maybe you're experiencing a time where you're feeling stagnant. Maybe we can talk through it, right? Maybe you know that you're not doing certain things. We could work through that, right? So with that being said, we are on day 4. So I wanted to let you guys know, It's about your obstacles and about your opportunities. So I'm gonna be on a little bit longer just so I can let you know. Go to the Instagram, to our DMs if you're in the 30-day group. Go to the Facebook group, and I want you to write down what is an obstacle that is in your way right now. From, you're on day 4. What keeps coming up for you? What is that obstacle that keeps coming up for you? For some, it may be self-doubt. For some, it may be procrastination. For some, it may be something different, right? So what is that thing that is coming up for you that may be an obstacle? And what's the great thing about us having obstacles is we have the opportunity to create an opportunity for us to make that thing work for us. Yes, that may have been my hurdle, that may have been my roadblock, but how can I turn this thing around? The dog is going crazy now. How can I turn this thing around and make it work for me? So please make sure that you guys go into day 4 and put that in there. Also, if you got your goal sheets that I sent out, print that out. The dog's throwing me off. Print it out, and I want you guys to post a picture of it. I'm going to create a whole post on it so that you guys can put it right there under the thing on Facebook. So with that being said, everybody, y'all make sure that y'all follow me on all social media platforms. I know Kendrick is in here being oh wait, we got a Kendrick. That's the name of our dog. Our dog's name is Kendrick. We are going to get out of here. You guys make sure that you are following me on all social media platforms. Yes, he is fussing like crazy. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. If you are in the Sacramento area or surrounding areas, and it's not too far for you to take a little hour, 2, 3 drive down there, go on over there and support Chris Marie and Candace in their experience. What I was going to say, self-care, your self-care experience, so you can get the experience for the aromatherapy, get the therapeutic things, get the sugar scrub experience, get all of that, and make sure that you're also there so that you can get the experience and have the community and have the sisterhood. Because there's one thing that we all need is even though we think we can do everything on our own, it feels better when you're doing it with a sister. It feels better when you're doing it with somebody who is feeding into you, pouring into you, and believing in you and encouraging you, especially when you can't encourage yourself. It is great to have somebody there that is going to do that for you. And so you will never know if you always hide yourself out, or if you always I don't speak to people, I don't have no new friends, I don't do this. You will never be able to experience that if you don't put yourself out there. So follow me, you guys, on all social media platforms. I am Bubble Babes, BABEZ University everywhere. And I will be back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. You guys, thank you so much for rocking with me, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. Oh my